which of these actually falls under the urban transformation zone, okay? Because we have so many out there, right? And exactly this is what we're looking at. And how can we spot the right one? So over here, we need to talk about topic number 3, major urban transformation activities in 2022. So how is this important for you? This is important in the context of how you learn of the main masterclass. For those who have attended my main masterclass before, I actually use this to make at least 30% of capital gain for my property from year 2014 all the way to 2018 or even 2021, which I just exited last year. So with this, we will then learn what are the major milestones in terms of infrastructure, okay, that government is injecting monies into, billions of dollars into the area where your asset sits. Okay, so this is very important when we talk about this strategy called the exit strategy. Okay, so again, a quick recap on the fundamentals of urban transformation for those of you who have forgotten. Okay, a quick recap for you. Within urban transformation planning area, if you were to invest, we learned that new launches have higher price resistance in the downturn market compared to resale properties. And then secondly, having the right entry and multiple exit strategy times to its urban transformation milestone is key for us to maximize our capital gain. All right, so in this instance today, this topic number 3 is focusing on this matrix. All right, and then number 3, we're going to talk about never purchase the last plot of residential in the precinct, because again, the last plot of land is always the most expensive, and people will then use your price to climb against. So with that, you are basically the highest benchmark over there. All right, we do not want to be buying something that's the most expensive in the area. All right, and then next we talk about always select a project within walking distance to an existing or upcoming train station. And then finally, having a reputable primary school within 1 km. And this is very important if you are buying for stay, with the intent for stay. At the same time, you want capital appreciation, because this is an evergreen strategy, especially so you're staying at places like near Nanyang Primary School, right, or Raffles Girls Primary School. You always have new groups of parents coming in, are crazy just want to put their children within that 1 km parameters. And then finally, if the 3 bedrooms is too expensive for you, then how does it look like if you are looking for just investment? We want to make sure we have the highest rental yield, right? And with that, we got to plan our investment of 1 or 2 bedrooms within a central business park, or if not, within a business district. Okay. So with that, we then talk about the project initiative is timeline, and you learn about this, and that's what I use one of these strategy for my own property gain. And I want to share with you, given the different so-called header here, project initiative is what we see under the urban transformation initiative. Again, the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 exit, what we want to focus right now is the 2022 exit, and which are the areas that falls under phase 1 2022. Okay, so in this instance, I'm just going to play out to you how we are going to apply. So in 2022, what's the major milestone that's happening under the concept plan? Okay, in 2022, basically concept plan itself is something that government used to plan Singapore for the next 20 to 30 years. Okay, and concept plan is actually introduced every 10 years to the public. So the current one will be happening this year. We'll be disclosing to the public in 2022 this year, and the last one we had was in 2011. Okay, and the previous one we had was in 2001, and the one that we used to basically reclaim the land of Marina Bay is 1991 concept plan. Right, so this is a very major milestone, because we will then be able to know what government's plannings are, and of course where are they pouring their resources, and when they are pouring their resources as well. Okay, and the next thing we then talk about the master plan update. Okay, so urban transformation so-called area, that's what we are targeting at, and this is aimed at strategic key growth area for economic growth. All right, so the next one we then talk about the master plan update. Basically the last one we had was in 2019. The next one we have is in 2024. So this is also a major milestone that a lot of investors look into, okay, to plan their money for future growth. All right, so 2022, we have the concept plan update. Do look out for this. Next, we also have the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation in 2022. So what's going to happen in the Greater Southern Waterfront? Firstly, we see James Dyson move into St. James Power Station HQ, opening this year officially. Okay. And next thing, we then talk about the Keppel Golf Course that expires its lease last year. end of last year. Okay, so with that in mind, what will be happening here? First thing first, we talk about the Keppel Golf Course. We see approximately, we talk about basically a lot of homes will be coming in here. Okay, 9,000 new homes in fact. And what we are looking at is also the highly speculated, or not speculated, is really released to the public as well, that the 10 years MOP flat, HDB flat will be launching in this precinct. Okay, and also what we are looking at is also government planting in $90 million to transform 30,000 square meters of space for the Sentosa Brani Master Plan. This will be ready this year. Okay, so what's going to happen here in this Sentosa Brani Master Plan? If you follow my cursor on this side, the Brani Island will be merging together with the main island Singapore and form a man-made reservoir over here. Okay, and moreover, we are also talking about this Brani Island to be used as a resort. So this is going to be termed the downtown south of Singapore. And we are focusing a lot of sensory-scape experiences for this resort. And what we have also understand is that our rumor has it that homegrown resort powerhouse Banyan Tree may be interested in this project as well. And also the Brani Island will also be integrated with the Sentosa Island to forming together as a seamless transition. Okay, so this is what's going to happen within this area. Then next, what we see is the Holland Plains District new housing will be injecting. Okay, so this is a mature estate. And what we're looking at is the Dover forest to be used for both housing and nature, integrate a hybrid use, and the first housing project to be launched this year. Okay, so what we're looking at is 5,000 BTOs, and out of 5,000 BTOs, they are going to be released in two tranches. The first tranches, what we see is 2,060 homes, and this will be injected next to Alexandra Hospital, or if not, under the Portsdown Avenue address. And if you know projects under this area, you will know that if you're bought in, good for you, because you would actually enjoy the level of so-called future capital gain once these people have meet their MOP. And of course, in this area, there's not much HDB to begin with. All right, so 2020 will be basically releasing, and of course, what we're looking at is 2027. Likely there will be finished construction as well, and then we gotta wait another 5 years for fully MOP. All right. So next, we also look at the expansion of the One North in 2022. What we have here, we have the Biopolis that is going through an expansion with Hobby Land. So in this expansion, we see that Hobby Land inject another 223.6 million, okay, as you can see here, to transform this 13-phase Biopolis area with an additional 35,000 square meters of business park space with biomedical research facilities, activities, and also 6,000 square meters of office and retail usage as well. So very exciting plans that's coming up here, especially so given the endemic that we are facing right now. This is a thriving industry. And of course, we talk about people working from home, but if you are working under R&D and lab use, you basically still need to head to office, and this is crucial. Next, we then talk about the Jurong district and the rail corridor. So what's going to happen here? Since Singapore Budget 2016, there's a Jurong Innovation District to be set up, and first phase to be ready around this year. So where is it? Where is the area of focus? We are talking about NTU, okay, spreading all the way to Tengah, all right? And this entire plot of land is basically 600 hectares of land, and it wants to build itself or recognize itself as the next generation of industrial park, attracting researchers, students, innovators, and businesses. And we are talking about business such as smart energy, robotics, digital manufacturing, fintech, digital health, etc. And government actually pumping $4 billion from the Research and Innovation Enterprise Grant in 2020. All right, and this will be used directly for the research collaboration. All right, so over here itself, this is where we also talk about the rail corridor that we're connecting from the northern western side of Singapore all the way to Tanjong Pagar train station here. Okay, and of course there's also a new MRT that will coming up near the Hillview areas as well, but this will be coming up way later, but of course it's part of the rail corridor plans. All right, next thing, we need to talk about the Singapore LTA master plan. What's going to happen here? All right, so in 2022 we have the aviation park, okay, to start construction first quarter this year. Even though aviation is badly affected but we just want to let you know that the government is still continue with this plan and to basically inject money into this area. All right, so aviation park is still continuing. And next thing we need to talk about the Thompson East Coast Line as well. The stage 3 will be happening, 13 station will be coming up, and with this 13 station, additional 13 station, we see 4 more interchange that will be transformed. So what we are saying is Stevens train station, Orchard train station, Outram Park train station, and also Marina Bay. In fact, all these train stations already have an existing additional existing station. Right now we have 3 or if not 4 more stations. Okay, and this is how it looks like once this year it happens. It will connect all the way from the Mount Pleasant area to Gardens by the Bay. Next, we then talk about the upcoming so-called launches. Where are they? Which of these actually falls under the urban transformation zone? Okay, because we have so many out there, right? And exactly this is what we are looking at. And how can we spot the right one? So in this instance, if you do a right click on this, okay, which is what I'm going to show you right now, these are the one that falls under the urban transformation planning area. Okay, and I'm not going to go through everything what's going to happen. I'm just going to share in word where is it in the northern side, eastern side, etc. So in the outside central region, we have Dairy Farm Walk, Jalan Anak Bukit, okay, and also, these 2 forms under the rail corridor. In the Pine Groves area, parcel A itself, it falls under the Holland Plains along with Sling Barrack parcel A and B. And for the Flint Park itself, it falls under the Greater Southern Waterfront along with Maxwell House as well and Marina View. In the eastern side, what we have under the category, it falls under the Paya Lebar transformation and also the Kampong Bugis so-called transformation, where we talk about 4,000 homes that will be coming in this area, and all these are under the white side, and these are also private housing only. All right. So next, we then compare the average prices for those under the urban transformation area and those outside the transformation area, given what's happening in 2022. Okay, so again on the left side we see the per square foot of the new launches, and also on the right side for those as well. Okay, so in the left side what we see from land cost to future sale price. Okay, from Marina View, just to give you some sensing, 1,379 per square foot. The future launch price is going to be at close to 3,000 because this is a integrated development on the white side. Okay, and all the way to the so-called, we talk about the average price here, average land cost 1,163, average selling price in the near future 2,289 per square foot. And then for the outside urban transformation zoning, what we see is that average land cost as well is also 1,173. And then we talk about the average sale price is also very close. So right now it's about rolling of the dice, correct? Okay, both prices are so close. So only if you know that this product falls under the growth area, that's where you are able to plan your investment for additional growth, so to speak. Okay.